Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am 10Vince and I'd like to talk about this Magmasaur because there's been an update recently which has changed much about the Magmasaur. I have come to find out. Basically the Magmasaur has been nerfed, but not in terms of power or ability, but kind of how it develops that power and ability. So basically now, whereas before you always had to have food, it had to have food in its stomach. There we go, food bar to shoot its fire breath. That is also true, and you can now easily feed it stone to increase its food. That's the same. What is different is that it has to have one metal ingot in order to shoot its fireball. So whether I shoot a big one like that or a small one, it will require one metal ingot. I just got some. No, I don't want the trees. Yeah, I want stone. So now, in order to shoot the fireball, you have to have both. You have to have food in your inventory, and you have to have metal ingots. The weird thing is, though, is that the shots fired from this thing, you know, whether it's a small one or a big one, they use up a lot more food than before. A fully charged, I guess you could say, power attack or a spit attack will use up its entire food. I think this is regardless of how much food it has. It's probably a percentage base. However, you know, I could see this being a little bit of benefit if you could have a Magmasaur with a small food stat, because then basically you'd be using up less stones per spit attack, whether it was a small one or a large one. So basically, in order to do a spit attack, you have to be cooking metal in your inventory. So before you go into battle, you want to have a stock of metal ingots in there. The metal ingots do get a weight bonus, just as the raw metal does, and you're gonna want stone in your inventory. Because the spitting attack really uses up a lot of stone. You can deplete your entire food supply very quickly in one of these things. You know, a fully charged spit attack that starves your creature. It is now starving, and if you don't have any more stone in its inventory, then you're gonna need some right away. If you don't have any stone, if it's out of food and you don't have any stone, it is going to tell you that it doesn't have a metal ingot to spit, even though you have metal ingots. But the meaning is it's just out of food, so you need those too. The best way to do this, so if you want to use your your Magmasaur like you did before, what you need to do is let it build up some supply of metal ingots, maybe, you know, at least 10, and let it keep going. Just let it run on the smelting thing. Enable smelting, keep that going. I think smelting now requires less food, so as where before it did drain your food pretty quickly, it drains it very slowly now. So you can run smelting the entire time, and you can ride around on your creature while it's smelting, and you can keep doing your spit attacks as long as you have the metal. And just keep, I'd say, you know, a couple of stacks, or, you know, depending on your weight. I'm mining obsidian and crystal right now, but, you know, keep some stone in there. And as long as you have a little bit of food in there, you can do any power spit attack. You can do small ones, or you can do a big one. So watch this. I'll drain my entire food. There it goes, all out. And now I have a tiny bit of food, and because I have another metal ingot, I can immediately do another big one. There we go, another big one. So as soon as that food bar in its inventory gets just a tiny amount of food, which happens really quickly, you can continue just spitting and spitting and spitting, basically until you either run out of stone again, or until you run out of metal ingots. But, you know, so, you know, as long as you have some stone in there, it doesn't require a lot of stone, and as long as you have a supply of metal ingots, you can basically use your I keep calling it your Magmasaur, like you did before. But it's just gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a little bit more of a pain than it was before. Anyways, that's the update for the Magmasaur, and how you can kind of treat it like you used to. If that helped you out, do give the video a thumbs up. I thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.